Hey, got myself muted again. Hey, that's number one for the day. Welcome to Where's My Sage, the Taste of the Universe. Wow, my speakers are sliding there. Christy will be joining us momentarily. We thank you all for joining us. And welcome, Kim and Sarah and Rick and Carmela. And yeah, I know I was muted there for a minute. So Christy's just getting a couple of different things together. She had some technology issues. I'm going to pull one of these out because I'm hearing myself 30 seconds later and I'm not gotta get my thoughts in. So we appreciate you folks joining us today. This is a nice celebration for us. This is our 500 likes on Facebook. And we also have that news that we announced this week that we're now on iTunes, as well as Spreaker and a few other podcast setups. Today we're broadcasting to YouTube from Where's My Sage, Facebook Where's My Sage, WLFE DB Radio, and we're now part of the WLFE DB Radio family. And there's some really great shows on there. Ted Vanson runs that, and he has a great couple of shows, including Talk with Teddy, and it's gonna come to me now. Give me a minute; it'll be there. It's been around. Show's been around for a while. But there's some really good shows there. And hello, Carrie. And it looks like, and thank you, Carmela, for the congratulations. We're asking everybody if they get a chance to really get over and like. There's my partner.
Hi.
Hi, Marilyn.
Hi, everyone.
Like our YouTube. That way we can work on getting the full name going. And so it's not YouTube and a bunch of letters and numbers. It'll actually say Where's My Sage. Makes it a little easier to find it. So we had a bunch on, and I think everybody realized you weren't coming, so they ran away. So,
that's not fair. They love you. I'm here.
It's a little warm today.
It is a little warm today. I think we're.
So how are you doing there in Niagara Falls?
Trying to mellow. It's good though. It's a beautiful day. The sun is out. It's warm, so I'll take it. It's just a little crazy here today. Everybody's home, so I had to play catch up and get ready and give myself an extra few minutes to calm down. Plus, I think some of the spirits coming in are kind of kicking my butt a little bit, so I had to get some things in order before I was able to go live. So we're good, though. We're good. How are you?
Awesome. I'm doing that
Good.
family issue this week and trying to get that stuff together and redoing the studio, so I got a little better sound. But I'm messing with my speakers here, and I'm getting a feedback and trying to figure out if I'm talking or if I've got a slur in my speech. So I might have to go back to the other style and just listen to myself think.
You're kind of far away today.
Yeah, I'm trying some different spots with the microphone and see if this works a little better.
I almost feel like you're trying to pull a Chris DeCesare.
Pardon?
You feel like you're trying to pull a Chris DeCesare.
Oh, just kind of hide down here? Well, yes. Like I said, I watched our numbers. They were up, and then you weren't there, and they jumped away. So maybe I need to hide in the woods here.
I doubt it. You have a very nice speaking voice, and you have a lot to talk about, because God knows I can usually never get you to shut up. So it's all good, right, guys? You could just come on, support him. Back me up here.
Never late. Hello. And hello,
hi, everyone.
Yep. So yeah, so we got great news now being on iTunes. We also have some great. I'm gonna take these out for a second. Some wonderful stuff coming up. We've got Chris DeCesare coming up in 2 weeks. Christy's doing another reading show Tuesday night. Mm-hmm. Who we got? Let's see, Chris. We've got a crazy night of me with the boys doing a little cryptid stuff. Just got the word from Chuck Porter, who is a former Marine and law enforcement officer. We're going to do a first responder military night. So what paranormal experiences they have while in their duties.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. That's going to be
Dave Spinks, who's another cryptid and paranormal guy. He's down from down south. Who else do we get? Oh, Tara Scabella, yeah.
She's in a couple weeks. That'll be fun.
And she's from Naked and Afraid, and she's also a Tantra instructor and survivalist. Lives off the grid. Real cool person. I've taken a couple of classes with her on breathing and chakras and stuff. Very, very interesting. So
good. So you'll be able to teach us a little bit about what she taught you. We'll see what kind of student you actually were.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
So yeah, so we're trying to, during the day, see who's around and get some stuff out there. So I know I'm going to get my catalog up here and we'll work on trying to do some questions. So if you've got any questions for us, anything, if it's readings, if it's paranormal, it's investigations, who's out there you're doing for this pandemic issue and how you're keeping yourself busy, you know. So we got another good one for your hair.
Today? Is that you?
Yep.
What? Oh, thank you. I heard my hair. I said, what about my hair? And then I saw the comment.
Yeah, not my hair.
Well, your hair finally, you finally got that under control. Yeah. This is me trying to get mine under control.
Camouflage keeps me in the woods here.
Yeah.
So I might have to go back to the lake. So we did have a question. So let's start with Carmela.
All right.
And do you see me finding love, or what do you see me in the future? Any messages from loved ones who passed?
Yeah, honey, you're supposed to find it. You're not supposed to find it for a little while yet. You have to stop trying so hard. You have to just start living your best life in the moment, and stop. I see you in like strategically trying to place yourself. If I go here, if I do things like this, or I do things like that, okay, I'm apt to meet, a nicer guy or whatever the case is. You're going to find it when you least expect it. It's going to hit you out of nowhere. Your spirit guides are telling you, just relax, live in the moment. They actually want you to focus on and work in your career right now. So really try to do that, because it's all about you. It's all about improving you. Not that there's anything wrong with you, but just learning, growing, ascending, raising your vibration. That's really important. And the person you're going to meet is going to need to know that you're independent, that you are confident in who you are. And that's going to be very important to that person, to be able to feel like they can relax around you and be themselves. So the more you learn about yourself, the more confident you are, the more you love yourself, the more your energy is going to change, and you're going to emanate and radiate this beautiful positive energy that, you're not even going to realize you're doing it. Because when we make changes and we do things to improve ourselves and just be happy, we change our energy without even having to try. It just naturally occurs. And then when that happens, we find that we get away from different things that don't serve us or no longer serve us, in people. The same idea, and then at the same time, though, it's not about just loss, it's about gain. It's about the people who will come into our life and the path we're going to be on and the places we're going to be, and, being where we're supposed to be at the right time and staying on our soul's path. So things will naturally change. And remember, people always look at the loss as a negative, but it's not. It's about growing. Sometimes it has nothing to do with you or the other person. It just means that it's time to move on. It's a good thing. It's a positive. So focus on you, focus on being happy, I feel like you have a ways to go. I'm being shown 5 years. In about 5 years, if you from now until then just live your best life, be happy, have friends, date, have a good time, and be who you are, pave the way for yourself, you will find that in 5 years there's going to be a pivotal change for you. And then about 2 years after that is when you're going to find him, and you're going to find love, the right love, the one that's meant to last, the one that's meant to be forever. So just be patient and enjoy the ride, because it's not always about the end result. Okay. Because we have to remember that what we do along the way can change everything. Okay. Or what we don't do can also change everything. So yeah. So thank you for your question, Ani. Best of luck with everything.
Thank you very much. All right.
You're so welcome.
So,
this little piece right here is starting to bug the crap out of me. It's like I just want to.
So,
I can
folks,
just say
if you can share, let folks know we're out there. And let me get myself tuned in. There we go. Okay.
You will not be so old then. You will not. And it's not. I just saw her response to that. You will not be old. And the thing is, you know, when we try to force things, or we try to convince ourselves that things are right for us, or that things that really were right for us at one point that aren't anymore are still okay for us, you know, that's when we start losing ourselves, and our focus shifts, and we don't see the big picture, or we don't see what we need to do, or who we're supposed to be, or what the next thing is. It's not about age. It's not about our plan. We have to remember that. It's about what we're supposed to be doing in this life, the way we're supposed to be doing it. And it's not always what we think with our minds. So don't worry. Just enjoy your life. Okay.
Get out and travel. You never know. That person might be in Antarctica or I don't know, Fiji. But you got to get out and see what's there.
Right?
It's not always what's in the neighborhood. Let's see.
Expand your horizons.
So Sherry was wondering if she had anything for her.
Hi, Shireen.
And I'm going to try some different headphones. So what do you got there?
Your spirit guides are just validating you. They're telling you to keep doing what you're doing, that whatever changes you've made, whatever effort you've been putting in, you're doing a good job, and things are working out the way they're supposed to. I know sometimes you feel like they are, and sometimes you feel like they aren't, but that's what it's all about. You know, when I tell people, you know, you always have to follow your gut. You always have to follow the call. Do what you're... You having a hard time over there? When you do what you're supposed to do, sometimes things seem like they got harder, or they're not as positive, or we didn't have the outcome that we thought we were going to have. That's okay. It doesn't mean we did something wrong, or that we were wrong for following our gut. It means we did what we were supposed to do. We still have to go through things in life. We still have to experience things. And that doesn't always mean all the good. It's not supposed to be this easy road, because if that was the case, why are we all here doing this in the first place, right? So you're doing good, but you're also being told to have some patience with your husband. So I'm going to be a little patient with him right now. Okay. So go do some meditation when he gets on your nerves. Go, you know, breathe. Kind of like I had to take a few extra minutes myself today, and just let it go. As my mother always says, and I think she's watching right now, it's a bubble. Let it go. I used to hate when she said that, but it's true. So you just have to just let it go. Okay. Just breathe through it.
Blow raspberries.
That's right. Or as Mike says, blow raspberries.
Okay. The next one is from Millie. Do you see my son Jorge finding love soon? And are there any messages for my mother, Mildred?
No, I don't think he is for a while yet. He's not ready for that. You're actually being told to back off of him. feel like your heart's in the right place, but I also feel like sometimes you just can't help yourself, but try to be involved. And as a mom, I get that 100%, and especially with the grown-up kids. But it's really important that he goes through whatever he's going to go through, the way he's going to go through it. He will not learn any other way. Believe it or not, your spirit guides are telling me that he is finding himself and he is learning, but only the way he can learn and only the way that he can process it. Who had the, all of a sudden my mid and my mid back hurts, where your lower lungs are. And when I get that ache and that pain, that means somebody's coming in, spirit stepping forward, and that spirit had a more serious lung issue, like COPD, lung cancer, pneumonia, that kind of thing. So I keep bouncing back and forth between a female and a male, female and a male. So I feel like there might be two. Excuse me. This female's got her finger out saying, "You leave that boy alone." She's saying whatever you're doing, and I don't feel like you're doing it on purpose, but I feel like you've lost sight of best intentions versus trying to prove a point to him. And whatever you're doing is actually making him very self-conscious and feeling like what he does is wrong and who he is wrong and how he does things is wrong. He's always he's never fit inside a neat little box. He has always been different, but not a bad different. He's just himself. He's not what society would say is traditional, but a lot of us aren't. So you're actually making him very self-conscious. And I feel like the more I'm talking about this, this may not necessarily be you, but when spirit comes at me in the first person perspective, I do feel like you are a little bit, but when they come at me in the first person perspective, and if you were in front of me and you were saying to me, "No, I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't do this, or I really can't connect with this," and they continue to come at me with this first person perspective, that spirit's way of telling me that they know it's not you. We're talking about somebody close to you, like friends, family, coworkers. So I actually feel like there's another female in your son's life that actually does this more than you. And she's the one who needs to back off more so. He will be okay. I'm being reassured he'll be okay. He doesn't need love the way we're thinking of it or the way we're worried about it. To be happy in his life, he just needs to be okay with himself first, and everything else is going to be icing on the cake. But they are reassuring you that he is figuring it out. So give him some breathing space and celebrate his accomplishments and his happy times and his progress, and just leave the rest alone. It's okay. All right. So thanks for your question.
Okay. Up here. And
are you good with your headset? Did you find the one you like?
The other one was plugged into my Chromebook, so I can listen, so I can hear if the dogs are barking or anything like that.
Oh, well, I'll tell you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You always go back to that headset. I don't know why you just don't stick with that headset.
Well, I was trying to
That's one.
keep with the sound, but yeah, it's clear, but it's like a half second off. So it sounds like I'm slurring my words. Like I'm talking and then the words there. So it's like, did I just say that? You know? Drinking coffee. So folks, just to let everybody know, that this is a special daytime show. And the reason for that is that we hit 500 likes and followers on our Facebook page. We also are now on iTunes. And our numbers are starting to come up on our YouTube channel. Really, once the numbers come up on our YouTube channel a little bit higher, we can get an actual URL that says, "Where's my sage?" So on YouTube, so it's easier to find us. So when we're doing any of our investigations or our shows or something like that. So we're just asking if folks can kind of help us out there. We have another reading show again. So this is kind of a nice thank you for all of you for following us. So let me go into our next person. Let me do a quick see if there's any follow-up. Just a couple things from Millie. As a follow-up, says her mother had breast cancer spread through her body. Set for validation on that. And thank you. And we thank you for coming in and watching and hanging out with us. And you're awesome for following us as well. So thank you. We know you're always there with us. Hi, Nick. Welcome to our show. And tonight, again, we're broadcasting to a couple different places. We're going to Christy's personal or her business page. And again, with this COVID thing, Christy's still doing readings from home, even though she's not in her office. We're at WLFE DB Radio, and that's our new home. And joined in with a whole bunch of other people. It's a great little network. Some variations on it, a lot of different shows, all times of the day. So thank you, Ted, for inviting us over there. Of course, Tactical Bigfoot Research in our YouTube channel. So let's kind of come back up here.
Okay, so I have an idea. Anybody who shares this feed today and shares this show right now and tells us you shared it, we need you to write shared in the comments so we can go back later. If you share, what?
Screenshot it. Screenshot it.
Why are we going to screenshot it? They can just
write share.
Yeah, but then they'll be posting a lot of pictures. If you just write share, Mike will do all the hard work and go back later and check it all.
I knew that was coming.
But what I'm thinking is this. All of your names will go into a hat, and I will draw a winner to win a free 30-minute private reading with me. How's that? Because I can do this from right now. I am, like Mike said, I'm working from home. So I am doing video chat and I am doing phone calls. So I can give you a reading from anywhere. Clearly, here we are. So if you'd like a free 30-minute reading with me, please share this now on your pages and then write shared here. And we will go back later and check it. I won't make him do it, but we'll go back later and check it. And then we will put all the names into a hat, but you got to post that you shared it here. Just shared is fine. And we'll draw that in the next couple of days. How's that? Yeah. Okay. Good idea. Hopefully.
Okay. Yep. Good.
It's so hard. I don't get any feedback on anything. So, and I very rarely come up with ideas. I'm not very creative. So.
And she got that right out of the side back.
Hi, Jay.
Hey, Jay. Jay is definitely in the screenshot. All right. So our next one's coming in from back up 209. I have to write down. Yeah, your mom's here. Mine's probably working. Let's see. From Caitlin. I was wondering if there are any messages for me. I'm feeling lost right now.
Hi, Caitlin. Picking up on school, continued education for you. I feel like you have some under your belt, but I feel like you need to keep going. I feel like you were a lot like me when I first went to college after high school and everything. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew what I always wanted to do, but didn't have a lot of drive to go get it. And when I started college, it was more, I ran into roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. And then just kind of went off and just had fun and lost track of my focus and was more, I wasn't necessarily ready. So I had a little bit going for me, but not a lot. And I had to get to a certain place in my life. And so the biggest thing I'm hearing from the right side for you is that you need to, you feel as lost as you do because you never truly pursued your soul's passion to begin with. You're being told specifically to follow your heart. They're bringing up healthcare for you in some capacity. Really feel like you like taking care of people, but for whatever reason, you're very apprehensive about getting involved. You can't let the little things that didn't work out right or the things that maybe upset people in the past dictate what you think you are allowed to do or not allowed to do moving forward. I hope that makes sense for you. You have to rise above it, learn from it, not allow the past to be a punishment, but learn from it and allow it to empower you to move on and do better and grow, if that makes sense. Um, yes, I know it will be tricky. Yes, I know it will probably be difficult. You need to do it anyway. Until you actually pursue this, things are not going to change for you because you're going to need the background, you're going to need the certification or the degree in order to make the change that needs to be made to start over. But you can do it, and I see you doing it, and I see you being very good and successful. And I see you really and truly enjoying it, knowing that at the end it would all have been worth it. Okay. So, yeah, I hope that helps you. So thank you for your question.
Awesome. All right. Back up here. I'm trying to get both lists going that way I can get a head start on putting that little head basket
Can't do
together.
it like this by now? What the heck? I'm kidding.
Yeah, I can.
I'm not going to go there with you. I'm
Well,
kidding. I'm joking.
I'm
You're a little on your plate over there.
I condensed myself to about a 4-foot radius, so I've got more room for the dogs. So they're not always locked up while we're trying to do the show, even though.
Our mascots.
Yeah. Well, right now it rained here earlier. It looks like a giant mud puddle in my backyard. And I look like I have a wolf instead of a German Shepherd right now.
But it's always funny when the German Shepherd's on your head.
Yeah, I know. And the other one's got
She's so lovable.
Chocolate covered raisin. She just Doberman covered mud, looking at me like, huh? All right, so
chocolate covered raisinets. Yeah. Do you know what my mother did one time? Do you know, I have to share this story. Remember, the raisinets and so she and her friends used to, when we were younger, get together. There was like 5 of them, and for Halloween it was really cool because they used to, as a group, get group costumes and go to a Halloween party, and they won a few years in a row. Actually, they went as the Jackson 5 one year. They rented these cool there she is. Tuxedos, the hat, the hair, everything. They looked amazing. And a couple of times my mom showed up at religious education on a Sunday morning to pick my sister and I up in full costume. What? Mm-hmm. And the Raisinets, the one year they did the Raisinets, she had the big garbage bag thing going on, all the black leotards. Yeah, it was great. That was a good memory. I can appreciate it now more as an adult. So, sorry, chocolate covered raisin just kind of reminded me of that. So
yeah, it's a good thing. All right. Next one from Tina. Hey guys, I'm trying to start something with my life. I was wondering if I could get any messages from my family who have passed.
I'm getting a pain right at the base of my neck here, and all of a sudden I feel like I'm totally restricted. My neck, I can't breathe. I feel like there's a female who's trying to come forward. I just keep seeing you hop. You need to hop. You need to literally hop into the next thing. There's no waiting. There's no taking it slow. There's no, if you're going to do this, if you're going to make the changes, if you're going to change your life, you have to do it in one, rip the Band-Aid off. Just rip it off and go for it. You're not going to have all the answers. It's not meant to be figured out. It's meant at this point to teach you how to have faith, to follow your gut, and to, most importantly, have confidence in yourself. Even with the unknown, to know that if you get yourself this far and all of a sudden now, oh cripes, what am I going to do? I'm standing in on top of a boulder in the middle of the ocean. You'll figure it out. Don't worry until you get there. Don't cross that bridge until you come to it. I'm picking up on a little boy I feel like is your son. And the right side is saying that you will be a good example. You'll be setting a good example for him as well. I feel like somebody has their hands on my lower back and they're squeezing my kidney area too. CF, is that cystic fibrosis? I assume that's where the breathing thing comes in. I don't know a lot about it. I didn't get that she posted it. I just happened to look at the chat and she
Yeah,
posted it.
coming back. I was just putting something together
here. Okay, so this is your brother. Excellent, thank you. I'm sorry for your loss. For whatever reason, they're focusing me right on her responses. For some reason, that does not usually happen. He's saying it was an accident. People need to stop blaming themselves. Something about he slipped. Nothing you can do. But you always wonder what he would have been like today. He guides you every step of the way. Also, the fact that this little boy, which kind of backs up what he's already telling me, this little boy made me feel like he was alive. When spirit makes me feel like they're alive and they're not, or I'm on the fence and I can't tell and I'm going back and forth with it, that's their way of letting me know that they were not ready to go when they did pass, which would make sense. Just a little more validation for you. Stop letting this situation drag you down. Stop using it as an excuse to not move forward. I can feel the heaviness. It's like an anchor in your chest. He keeps saying, you can't do this anymore. You can't do this anymore. You have got to go forward. So it's like you're going to have to just rip that Band-Aid off and force yourself to go forward. Don't feel guilty. Do not feel guilty. Do it for him. Do it for yourself. Do it for your future. Okay. You are meant to be very, very happy and very successful. Successful with your career in business, but also as a person, which means you're going to be happy, which is going to make or break everything else in your life. Okay. Because if you're not truly happy, it doesn't matter what else you have because everything else will just feel empty. Okay. So your spirit guides are saying to really sit down, really evaluate your options and your choices, because I feel like you have a few. Listen to your gut about which is best, what you truly want, what you truly need, not what your head says is right, what your gut says you want and what you need, and go with it and just go. Don't look back. Do not look back. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much for your question, honey. Best of luck.
All right. Good. Okay. Next is from Danielle. Hello, anything for my spirit guides?
Hi, Danielle. The first thing I just heard was, oh my gosh, where do we start? I feel like you have your hands in so many pots and you're always going in 12 different directions. And I want you to learn how to just kind of sit back and relax and take in the moment. It's okay to be busy. It's okay to want to do so many things and be involved in so many things. Their concern is when you are as busy as you can be, it starts to take away from the authenticity of your efforts and just your want with what you're doing in the first place. And it starts to feel more like work and a responsibility and an obligation. And when that happens, even though we don't intend for our intentions to change, they do. And so they are telling you it is okay to just have quiet time and just have nothing to do. But I see you all squirmy and squeamy. I feel like you're not comfortable in your own skin most times, and you struggle with that. And they want you to work on that. They really want you to work on that because, again, as I'm not sure if you heard me earlier explain, when we are making improvements with ourselves and growing and ascending and changing our energy and our vibration, we are naturally giving off a different energy and a different feel, even if we don't realize it. And that's what we want, because then we lose the things that are no longer beneficial or no longer serve us, and we are taking on and attracting things that are, and without effort, and that's a good thing. So they're laughing. They just think it's cute because because I feel like for the most part, you really kind of got your shit together, and you just really, they really just don't even want you worrying about anything else on the outside. They really want you to focus on you right now. They're saying to you, your guides are saying this is a time for self-reflection. So do that. And if you are doing a little bit of that, do more, and know that this is also their way of acknowledging it for you. Okay. So thank you for your question. Best of luck.
Almost hit the wrong button there. That would have been bad. Okay. Back up. And that one goes there. Next is going to be from Suzanne. Wondering if you have anything for me.
Hi, Suzanne. I feel all jittery on the inside, and I feel very lightheaded, like I might pass out. I also have like a pain in my stomach, like lower stomach. And it kind of travels up, and it almost feels like a heartburn kind of a sensation. I feel like this is your grandmother or a grandmother of some sort. She's a smaller woman. She's shorter for sure. She was a littler lady, but she looks a little bit heavier. She's calling herself plump. She's saying she's plump. Very kind, pleasant smile, and it looks like something's going on with her teeth, like maybe a couple of the front or side teeth are crooked, or just a little off. There's something going on there. When she smiles, you can see it, a space or something. And then she has very light or white hair. And as I'm describing her, I can breathe again. She says to you, I'm here. I've always been here. I'm not going anywhere. And then she hands you a single long stem red rose. Yeah. She's saying, this is the only thing she actually spoke. I'm going to butcher it because I can't quite make it out. My pushka, punchka, something like that. Something along those lines. It's not very clear. I'm sorry. She's nodding at me and she's laughing. She thinks it's funny. So hopefully that means something to you. I feel like there's a connection to your mom as well. Yeah, and that's all. So thank you for your question, sweetie. Guys, I have my window cracked because it's really warm here today. So if the background noise gets to be a little too distracting, a little too much, either Mike will yell at me, or if you guys can let me know, I'll shut my window. So I have some neighbors doing some work on their house. So yes. So thank you for your question, sweetie. Best of luck.
Okay. So just say hello to some folks that came back in. Amanda, hello. We got some Sharon just tuned in as well, and she's got some follow-up from last week. She looked up the red-tailed hawk in the meeting. So this is from Tuesday night. She had that question about what do red-tailed hawks mean. They represent the message from the spirit world. They symbolize the ability to use intuition, heighten spiritual awareness, and help guide us. I guess this is why I think of my grandfather when I see them, as he's saying hello and everything will be all right. Update from Tuesday's reading. So that's kind of cool. Again, they're still driving me nuts, and I still can't get pictures of red-tailed hawks, no matter if my camera's 2 inches from my hand or in my hand. It's the only bird I cannot get a shot of. So
Everything happens for a reason, Michael.
yeah. That Oreo in front of me today. So I did put a little note there if you want to make an announcement, to reiterate about you doing the readings, and I will come back up here to the top. And there was some feedback here. Click there. And Caitlin says you were accurate on everything you said.
Oh, good. Thank you.
And it's always nice. And Eddie, I didn't call you straight out, but welcome for joining us. It's from Bigfoot Quest. There's a nice little show over on Facebook and YouTube as well.
Awesome.
And our boy Jay's here. So we're coming up. Jay's going to be on with us on the 16th. Again, he's going to help me out with Steve Culls and maybe Eric Altman and Adam Davis. Yeah. So
So real quick, guys. So anyone who is just tuning in or maybe missed it the first time, I'm not very creative, so I came up with the idea just now on a whim. Actually, it was my spirit guide, so I can't take credit. However,
it was on the flow.
It was, wasn't it? Go me. So if you would like to win or like the chance to win a free 30-minute reading with me, either via video chat or phone call, please share this broadcast right now on your pages, as many pages as you want, and please post shared in these comments here. And Mike and I will go back later in the next day or so, and everybody's name who posted shared that we can see did indeed share on their page will win a chance. We will pick one name out of a hat. Okay. And who knows? I've been known to, if we have a lot of people, sometimes draw two. So you never know. So free 30-minute private reading with me. So please share this. Takes 2 seconds to share. We really appreciate it. Spread the love. Plus, you never know. Somebody may see it on your page who really needs a message and just happen to tune in. Everything happens for a reason. So you may end up really just helping somebody today too. Okay. So, all right.
All right. And the next one. I keep dropping my mouse here. And I may have to go.
And I should be specific. It has to be during the live broadcast now, not afterwards. Please share this after we're done as well. You can certainly share it, start a watch party, but it has to be during the broadcast now. So when you share this, you could even tell your friends, hey, I'm sharing this because she's going to raffle off a free reading. So maybe your friends will share it too, and we would really appreciate that. So awesome. Okay, sorry.
I'm going to give you the next one, and I've got to go get the dogs because it just started to pour outside. So
that's always fun.
So hopefully they're quiet. So next one is from Mary Beth. My mother-in-law has been here the last few weeks. Any messages to share? And I'll be right back.
All right.
Stop.
She's got her finger out. She likes to have her finger out. And I'm hearing that you're not paying attention to something, and I feel like it has to do with Jerry, your husband. All of a sudden, I smell chili. I just have this smell of chili. And I don't hear anybody cooking in my kitchen right now, which they're not allowed to when I'm live. And there's nothing coming in from outside. But it was definitely chili. So I'm hearing he needs you. Pay attention, he needs you. This is harder than you think. That's what she's saying. Yeah. He's trying to hide whatever's going on because he wants to be strong for you. Pay a little bit closer attention. He needs you. Yeah. So thank you for your question. Good luck with that. All right. So while Mike is gone, I'm going to take the reins. So I apologize. I don't know how far back it's going to let me go. I'm going to pick a question that I am drawn to, and then Mike will pick up where he left off. Okay, when he comes back. All right. So this question is from Melissa Brown Rose. Hi, Melissa. Ooh. I feel like I got walloped from my lower back. It's radiating up into my chest. It's an achy pain of some sort. Well, wow, I cannot breathe. It's starting to really hinder my breathing. I just started down a new path. Did I make the right choice? Yes, absolutely. And good for you, because it was freaking hard, wasn't it? It was a long time coming, girl. Years in the making. You've got to feel like a weight's been lifted. And despite all of the unknown and despite all of the uncharted waters and all the questions that still remain to be answered, I feel like you just know, and you just needed to hear it. But you are very connected. You're very intuitive. All they're going to do is give you confirmation on this one, or validate that, yeah, the way you're receiving, the way you are already paying attention to your intuition and your gut, you've got this. As long as you continue to do that, you're going to be just fine. It's going to be a long road. It's going to be a wild ride. So get ready, buckle up and hang on, but you drive it. Don't let anybody else drive this. You drive it. Okay. So you're doing a great job. Yeah. You were absolutely positively meant to make this. And I have to tell you, I can't bear the thought of what would have happened to you if you had not done this when you did, because you waited too long to begin with. So good for you. Yeah. No, for sure. Keep going, girl. Do not look back. Just rip that rearview mirror off and say, see ya, sucker, and just go forward. Mm-hmm. Good job. Good for you. Yeah. Thank you for your question. All right. Oh, Angie remembered to unmute.
Yeah. I'm back. Sorry about that. It just, it was coming down. The shepherd got half a bath while she's out there. So I'm muting back and forth because they're in their houses behind me. So you were right in the right area. So we'll go next to the next one here. Which was at 25 after. So I apologize for the chewing of the dog treats behind me. So the next one's going to be from Marianne. I have these supersized bags to go ahead and throw cookies over the top. So
can't wait to see that.
Yeah. So any messages for me today? I'm missing my mom.
Wow. I feel like I got cracked in the back of my head. Like at the base of my skull, like somebody hit me, or I got hit, or I cracked my head on something, or I was in an accident and hit my head. And it's a male who's coming forward for you, Marianne. This guy is I almost feel like he could anticipate it and he had to brace himself. Oh, he was in some sort of accident. I'm getting all shaky. I'm losing control of my hands and my arms. This guy's taller. He's lean. He's thinner. He's got dark stonewashed jeans on. Yeah. He looks to have dark hair. I feel like this is your brother or someone who was like a brother to you. Pressure in my upper abdomen. I almost feel like maybe there was an issue and he's bloating for a reason from the inside out, or maybe there was internal bleeding, something to create the pressure from the inside out. He's showing me lots of symbols right now. The way he's coming to me also tells me how he died. Um, he does bear some responsibility or accountability for why he died and how he died. But I do feel like it was unintentional, even though what he did could very well, like he knew that was a possibility. What he's showing me, I feel like you guys went back in school. I almost feel like this is a friend of yours or somebody you knew. Um, from school or childhood. He's also showing me signs that tell me he was most likely athletic or active. Something about his car. I hear I was just finally getting my act together. um, he definitely had a bit of a fun, wild streak side to him. I also feel like you have a brother, but what's coming back, the breathing's getting better and easier for me the more I describe him to you. So that's confirmation for me that I'm whoever he is, I'm describing it correctly and I'm delivering the message the way he needs me to. Um, I also feel like you have a brother, so there's something about maybe your brother at the same time. Maybe that's where the connection is as well. Um, this guy is a very strong energy. Although I do say, because of how choppy things are, he's trying real hard because I feel like he has not really been able to or been willing or had the opportunity to come through to anybody yet. Also, I'm feeling a pressure in my chest right here now, too. Now I see him hooked up to tubes and I see him hooked up to machines in a hospital bed. I feel like whatever happened, he didn't pass or die right away. I feel like he was hearing ventilator, maybe on life support, or maybe he was fighting and they thought he had a chance. Oh, this is your brother. Oh, I just got goosebumps when I read that. He says it spread really fast, huh? And you two were close. Mom had a hard time, but she's at peace with it now. And now I'm getting a pain right here in my head. When I get a pain right here in my head, that tells me spirit's coming forward. And they either had a stroke or an aneurysm or something like that. Oh no, all the muscles in my neck are starting to tense up. I feel like this is your mom trying to come forward now. They're together. They're both in the light. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. I'm getting chills. I feel like your brother waited a long time for this. And he's also making me feel like whatever differences he and your mom had, they're okay now. So you can be at peace with that too. He says it's okay, let it go. He says, I'm sorry because he left you. He says it's all you get for now. Oh my God. Of course, they always make me cry or they make me suffer. Then they're like, oh, okay, I'm done. Okay, I'm okay now. It's all good. He wants you to breathe and he wants you to make the most of your life. Get the hell out of there. You know what he's talking about and go start somewhere new, go start somewhere fresh with somebody who deserves you. Yep. Okay. So thanks for getting me all set. No, thank you for your question, honey. I appreciate it. And I hope this helps you.
Okay. Thank you. Let's see. Hello, Michelle, who just tuned in. And we've got quite a few shares have popped up. So, Tracy, thank you for sharing, and hello. Coming back up to my little notes here.
That was sneaky, Marianne. That was sneaky. He did not let me know who he was. I know who she's talking about, and I didn't know who she was. And I've channeled him before, and he did not let he came through a whole different way. It's amazing how spirit can do that when they need to get a message across, because I've had family come through and I didn't know they were family, so that another family member could get a genuine message.
Okay. Come back over to my list here, 229. So, and hi, folks. Again, Mike and Christy from Where's My Sage?
Oh, yeah. Now Mary's going to be all over me. You know that, right?
Yeah.
No.
So,
another Mary.
Oh. So we're doing a special show today, and we appreciate you guys tuning in with us, because we had 500 likes on our Facebook page, and we actually got accepted on iTunes. And hopefully this weather's going to hold off, and we're not going to lose anything. If not, I got to go out to the car and get the puck for.
So. You don't have that with you. I mean, you're usually more prepared than that. I mean, I'm not going to say.
No, I tried to go live yesterday, and I'm still trying to figure out what went wrong there. So the next one's from Tanya. Christy, what sign does my mom, Cindy, send me that she's around me? I have 2 thoughts, but not sure if it's true or if I'm nuts. We're never nuts. Parents drive us crazy.
My favorite thing is people will start their sentences or their conversation with me and say, "I hope you don't think I'm crazy." Really? Is you're asking the person who talks to dead people for a living a question? No, I don't think you're nuts at all.
The guy that goes look for Bigfoot. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So there you go. The first thing. Oh, okay. Boy, your mom's a spitfire. Your mom is all sorts of worked up right now. When he first started asking the question, I saw a quick monarch butterfly. Then I saw a radio, and the radio can actually symbolize just like a song that they're trying to get your attention with, or music in general, or a certain type of music, or maybe the radio is going haywire, but something along those lines. But all of a sudden I had this woman just come barging forward. She is on the shorter side, but I'm going to put her between 5'3" and 5'5", maybe 5'6" at most, but I don't think so. She's skinny. She's got really dark hair. Not straggly in a bad way, but just very like straight with a little bit of natural wave, like almost like she let it dry naturally or something. And sorry, my partner's acting up over there. She has busted forward all in a rage with you. What the heck do you think you're doing, is what she said. What the heck do you think you're doing right now? So I'm going to say this. When they make general statements like that, and there's clearly more to the story, it usually means they're leaving out the details for a reason, because it's none of my business, or in a venue like this, it's not the business of the whole world what she's talking about, as long as you understand the message. She's like, get serious. She is like all attitude, and she is like stressed out about whatever it is you are or not doing right now. And now she's saying something about son, so I feel like it's your son. Go get it. Go get him. I can't. She's saying it so fast. I can't. It's either go get him or go get it.
Comment down below.
Thank you for the validation. You know he's an idiot. You know he's an idiot. Why do you feed into these things? Holy crap. Why do you do this to yourself every single time? He's not going to change. It's his life. Get over it and let him live it. So there it is. Your mother's extremely animated. You think you're doing good. You know you're only making it worse. Cut the shit. Love, Mom. You're only adding fuel to the fire. Back off and let him fall on his face. That's the only way he's going to learn. So there you have it. So thank you for your question. Good luck with that. It will be okay. But Mom is right. It will be okay. You have to be more of a subtle guiding force to kind of gently maneuver him when he needs it without him realizing you're doing it. So
More validation.
Oh, thank you. Oh yeah, she can't say it enough.
So now that we're on iTunes and Spreaker, for those that can't see the comments, Tanya put in here that, oh my God, he is. Yes, and literally used to say, get over it. So I have to remember to start, if we're going to put these shows up, that put comments in there so folks can hear what's going on. So thank you for the validation. Somebody,
yes, thank you.
I'm sure you guys will remind me to do that. And then, Christy, if you want to re-up while I'm getting back up to here to the top of our little contest for today. And
yes, absolutely.
We got about another hour to go. Just want to say hello to Melanie. She just jumped in and joined us. So Melanie was our guest from Tuesday night. If you didn't get a chance to see the show Tuesday, go back and watch it. It's a great show.
Oh, we could talk for hours on end with Melanie. She's amazing. She's so cool. Okay, so for those of you who might have missed it or are just coming in now, we are having a little contest to win a free half-hour private reading with me. And all you have to do is share the live broadcast now. It doesn't work after this is over. It has to be right now during the show to help spread the word and get as many people to hopefully watch and sign on as possible. Once you do that, please just comment shared in the chat room. That's all you have to do for that. And Mike and I, in the next day or so, will go back and we will look and see, and everybody who did indeed share it on their pages will, the names will all be put into a hat, and we will pick the winners. We will pick a winner. And you never know. Sometimes when we have a lot of people and we have a lot of entries and I do a contest like this, sometimes I end up picking two. So you never know. So we can do video chat readings and we can do phone readings. Clearly I can do them from anywhere. So you don't have to be in my office. You don't have to be in front of me to do this. So if you'd like the chance to win a free reading with me, just please share this live broadcast now. And actually, you can even comment, like put on, when you share it, make the, write a short message. Hey, sharing this to win a free reading, share this and go in and comment, and you can have a chance to win too. And, the more people we have, if we have more than 20 people who share this, I will absolutely pick two people and you'll get your own half-hour reading. Okay. So let's go. Let's try to get the word out, and you never know who needs a message. So, all right. There it is.
I'm going to count those numbers in a minute. Sorry, I was muting at that rain is coming down. I'm just waiting for
I love that, though. It was like that this morning. It was dark. It was really rainy. It kind of seems a little overcast now, but the sun's been out this afternoon. I love a good thunderstorm. I don't know about you guys, but I love a good thunderstorm. It's just so calming and just...
Yeah, I might have to go down to the lake. So
perfect.
Okay, so now we're coming back to 43... Oh, there it is. So Chuck, there's the one I've been looking for. Had a close family member pass away 9 years ago unexpectedly. Any messages from them?
Hi, Chuck. Chuck is a blast from my past. I haven't seen him in 20, 25 years. Thanks for tuning in. Chuck's older than me, just saying. Just had to put that out there.
Marilyn, it's on the way.
I keep picking up on a female, Chuck. And right before Mike started reading the message, I started getting aches and pains, almost like I had issues either with uterine cancer or ovarian cancer or something in that area, like a female type issue. But my back also, I was getting in my lower lungs and my back. I was also getting the ache and the pain there. And for those of you who missed that, that means that Spirit's way of letting me know that they had something serious like COPD, emphysema, pneumonia, something, more serious breathing wise. But now also my attention's also being brought to the heart. So I feel like it was one thing after another, almost kind of like a spiral effect. They are now showing me an apron. So I'm going to tell you too, I'm not seeing the person. She's not showing herself to me. She's using symbols and she's using feeling to communicate with me. When Spirit does that, that's their way of letting me know what happened or what was going on at the time of their passing. So what it means is they were not able to communicate effectively or at all. They may not have been able to talk or hold a thought. They could have even been unconscious totally, either 2 minutes before they died or 6 months before they died. Sometimes people are heavily medicated, to be kept comfortable, or maybe there was just something else going on. But she showed me an apron, and that's also a symbol that they show me when they want me to know that they knew how to cook or were a good cook or did a lot of cooking. And it can just be one thing. But I'm getting the feeling, and from what she's kind of showing me, I'm seeing more like a big family dinner type setting. I do feel like this is like a mother energy for you. Like a mother, grandmother. I feel like you have an aunt stepping in here though too. So an aunt, and remember guys too, it's hard because I can't get into a lot of detail in this kind of venue, but it could be any generation. It could be anyone who is like a mother or grandmother or aunt to you. It doesn't have to be biologically connected to you. Because now all of a sudden there's a pain in my chest and it's concentrated right in the middle here. And that to me is cardiopulmonary. So I almost feel like we do have two women here, two ladies that are stepping forward. They're telling you you're a good dad. You were always worried about, when you found out you were going to have a daughter, they're saying you were worried about being a good father or knowing how to raise a girl. Your spirit guides are stepping forward now and saying that you are doing everything right because you're trying your hardest. And that's not a nice way of you saying that you screwed up or anything. That's just, you're doing the best you can. And that's all that matters in life, with people in our lives, with situations with ourselves. They're telling me she's very smart. She's very funny. And no, I never met his daughter. I see her sitting down and coloring a lot. She's creative. She's a thinker. She thinks outside the box. She's a problem solver. She's got a very bright future ahead of her. So, you're doing all the right things to raise a good person. So stop doubting yourself so much. Okay. So it's nice to see you. Thank you for your question.
Guess this is going to be a dog day.
Actually, that was my neighbor's dog. That wasn't Max.
Oh.
That wasn't Max. No.
Let's go back to 40.
You'll know when it's Max. Trust me, he's got that high-pitched, annoying, small dog. I think I'm a German Shepherd Doberman picture dog. Yeah.
Yeah. No, when she starts screaming, you'll know. All right. So next one's from Jamie. Do you see anyone around my daughter?
Hi, Jamie. Yeah, you've got there's some angels around your daughter. I feel like right now she needs extra protection and guidance, but it's nothing that you can control, nothing that you can really handle, foresee, worry about. So if you feel like you're picking up on something around her, um, almost like if you get close to her, it's almost like at first you feel like a resistance of some sort. That's why I see two angels that have one especially, but two that have their wings wrapped right around her. She's going to be okay. This is nothing to worry about. There must be something going on in the universe or with her. She's going to be very gifted. Your spirit guides are telling me she's already very open. You're not going to understand a lot um, with how she thinks or how she processes things or the way she necessarily sees the world as she gets older, but it's okay because you are doing a good job at trying to already establish good communication and trust in a foundation. Um, just be you with your daughter. That's what they're saying to you. Just be you, and they're going to handle the rest. So, yeah, I'm also seeing she's not talking to me. She's just barely letting me know she's here. But your spirit guides are saying that this is your grandmother, who is also around her. Um, she loves her to death. I feel like she does point. I feel like she does acknowledge that sometimes there's somebody else around, and I think she's done it since she was an infant. Um, Whoever it is had an issue with the breathing because I'm getting the breathing thing in my back again. So more serious breathing issue. Yeah, but she's good. She's okay. Just enjoy her to the best you can and just enjoy her. Thank you for your question.
Kind of picking up on that lawnmower behind you.
Okay.
It's kind of drowning you out a little bit. Wow.
Keep the windows closed. Yeah.
It's even louder. Let's see.
I swear your selective hearing sucks because you know what? Yeah. I can be right in front of him, people, and he'll be like, "Huh? What'd you say? What? Huh?" Yeah. You know what?
So Chuck says,
"One more 2 doors down."
Chuck says he's here right now, and thank you very much. And
you're welcome, honey.
Going right back up top here, and we did Jamie's. So the next one's going to be from Kim when I find it again. Oh, even my neighborhood's getting noisy. That's weird. Okay, so next one's from Kim A. Does my mother have any messages for me? She doesn't visit me or my boyfriend anymore. She always visited him.
Okay, sorry, I had to handle something. So your mom says, you don't need me. You stop talking to me first. And she's being kind of bratty about that, but kind of joking at the same time, like, you know. No, I didn't freeze. Sorry, guys. I'm dealing with something right now. Your mom says she's on getting stronger, on getting stronger. Um, I'm going to private message you later and finish answering that. Okay, sorry. I don't know that I'm not comfortable delivering that message here, but I will send you a message later, and I will we'll talk then. Okay. So thanks for your question. Thanks for tuning in. Always tuning in. Always supporting us. We appreciate it.
Okay. The next one's gonna be from Lisa. Where's my mom?
Hi, Lisa.
Wow, that was a good lightning strike.
What?
So that was a good lightning strike. So let me. I'm gonna grab a couple of backup things while you're answering that, just in case I lose power.
Okie dokie. Oh, and he's gone. All right, hold on.
No, I'm not gone.
Excuse me. So, Lisa, what I'm hearing is that your sister needs her more than you do right now. And it's funny because when he read that and when I look at your question, I feel a whole bunch of different things, and I feel like your mom's here and you're sick of chasing her down or trying to find her. I feel like she's passed. I feel like she's here, present. I feel like going back and forth with that. So when that happens, and they are passed, that's their way of letting me know they weren't ready to go when they did pass. But I feel like now at the same time, it feels like she was around and now she's not, and you can't figure out why you can't feel her the way you used to. So I'm feeling a whole combination of different things with this. Now I'm seeing somebody do aerobics in their living room. So I hope you can connect with that. That's what I'm seeing now. But now it's getting hard to take a deep breath in up here. So again, it's cardiopulmonary for me, heart and lungs. I feel like your mom was all over the place too, because that feeling of being a busybody or always having to be on the go is not leaving me. I feel like that's all the time. Um, I feel like once you got over your grief in a certain way, I feel like the feelings eased up, or it's sometimes when we are grieving somebody so hard and we miss them and it hurts as much as it does, um, we tend to sometimes feel them more easily. Um, and sometimes our grief pushes them right away and we don't even realize it. And it's not on purpose. It's just because it's all we feel is the loss. Um, but what I'm being told is once you got to a point where you kind of made peace or were okay or move forward to that next step, um, she felt like she could relax the grip, letting you know she was there trying to comfort you the best that she could. Um, you've got a whole bunch of people around you though. You have a crowd of people. I'm picking up on 3 men and 2 women specifically, but there's a crowd even beyond them. I feel like you've lost a lot of loved ones. Um, So please know that you're never alone no matter what. So I'm being shown a butterfly and then I see a monarch. I guess today's going to be the day of monarch butterflies. When you see that, think of your mom. That's your sign from her. A monarch butterfly, though, special. Okay, so thank you so much for your question, honey. Best of luck with everything. All right, want to place bets? I wonder if he's going to come back looking like a drowned rat. What do you think? Should we place bets? How soaking wet's Mike going to be when he gets back? Okay, poor Mike. I know I was picking on Mike. Oh, hi, Mike.
There was a lull, but as soon as I hit the front door, it just came down. But now I have emergency if we need it. So
Awesome.
I'll make sure that's turned on. Hopefully, grab it first. But that gives us that. But
okay, that's a great
Tactical Tuesday, though.
Fun stuff.
This is new technology. This is a wireless data environmental logger. So ghost hunts, Bigfooting. Yeah, I won that. But as I ran out to the car, I almost tripped over it. I'm like, oh, it's too expensive. But it's basically like a key fob you can leave outside. So that'll be nice for our ghost hunts. So you got through that with Lisa.
Yes. And maybe, you could teach Tactical Tuesday on, how to be a little better prepared for situations of, that you don't expect or for the unexpected. Just a suggestion.
I was working on the studio. This is usually in the go bag. We're ready to go. So.
I know. I have to bust your chops.
I could use my phone, but I don't think it was going to work well enough. So, and I got a backup flashlight. So
I think it'll be okay.
Yes, it was a close one. So Lisa, I don't know if you saw this. Butterflies were her thing with her mom.
Oh, awesome! So. Thank you for the validation.
Yep. Okay.
Awesome. Okay, guys. So remember, if you want a chance to win a free 30-minute reading with me, please share this. Okay, get your friends and family to share it too. It has to be done while we're, live in the show. And then just come on in and post the word shared in the comments, and we will go back through and put everybody's name into a hat, bowl, basket, bag, whatever, and then we will pick. And if we get more than 20 names, we will pick 2, and I will give away 2 free 30-minute readings with me. Okay, so
we are at the 20 name mark.
Oh, we are.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess I'm giving away.
I appreciate it.
Yes, you guys are awesome.
We do this because we appreciate you guys, and the comments that were left for me, I've been trying to be pretty quiet about it, but thank you for those that sent their love and prayers and stuff this week with the passing of my father. So I do appreciate that. I'm sure I got more here. So yeah, you can tell him to take a walk. We're in the middle of a show.
No, that's it's not him right now.
So the next one is Cheryl. If I can find it again. Yes, there it is. So next one is Cheryl. Are the messages for me for my spirit guides?
Cheryl. So
it's in my nose. What's going on there?
Picking your nose, what?
No, yeah.
So I am picking up on somebody who quite possibly had a heart attack because I started to get a pain and ache in my chest, and now it's going into my back. And from the scenario that's being played out, it was one of those things where it kind of came on slowly. I'm feeling the pressure and it's building just like it's building in my chest now. It started to affect my breathing. I'll be okay. I'll be fine, whatever. Then it kind of slowly takes me down. I feel very lightheaded. I do feel like this is a male. I also, because he's not really, what I'm seeing is more of a generic vision rather than him walking. then spirit actually walking me through himself. That tells me you are probably not able to validate a lot about this person. Okay, I feel like there's a connection with your mother with this person because the message here is you've got to try to reconcile this. You've got to try to make peace, both with him and with the situation. God, this guy was a bastard. Your guys are saying what's done is done. It's extremely important moving forward that I feel like your mother, especially, finally comes or tries to come to some sort of terms and make peace within so that she can put this to rest. That's how I have to say that. And now I can breathe again and my chest doesn't hurt. Okay, so now I'm having a pressure build in my head. When I get this pressure, wow, this is really intense though. When I get this pressure, it tells me this is spirit's way of telling me they had an issue with blood pressure. It was way out of whack. Way out of whack. God, he would not listen. He would not do anything about it. I feel like he didn't like to do what the doctors told him. He barely went to the doctors or was a fight to get him there. He would kind of just struggle through the pain, struggle through the episodes that he'd have. And now I'm hearing I'm sorry. And I'll also tell you too, the fact that I'm not seeing him and the feeling that I get that comes along with this, it tells me that he is taking responsibility. He does know that he is accountable or responsible in some way because of how he passed or why he passed or for his passing. I feel really tired, like I just want to go to sleep. Okay. So thank you for your question, honey. I hope this helps you.
Let me unmute myself. There we go. Next
You
one.
get a cookie.
Yeah.
You get an
some
Oreo.
really good ones here. Don't say that too loud.
You get an Oreo.
Through the wall from the room. Oh, and hit it again here. So Tammy, do I have any messages?
Hi, Tammy. Yeah, girl, what are you waiting for? That's what I feel like I have to say to you. What the heck are you waiting for? Your spirit guides are saying, if you don't make this change, it's never going to happen. And the opportunity is going to pass you by and you probably won't ever be able to do it again. What are you waiting for? And all of a sudden I'm in your kitchen and I'm sitting at your table. I feel like you have a round kitchen table. And it looks like a sliding glass door in the dining room or the kitchen somewhere. Sit down and do it is what I'm being told. Make the time. I see a little boy sitting at the table trying to write something, your guides are saying to you, you're doing a good job. You just got to do more. You're not done yet. But I feel like you already know that. You can feel the urge. You can feel the pull. You already know you're being guided. in that way, but you kind of feel like, oh, why do I have to do this now? Or, do I really have to keep going with this? Yes, you do. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Sorry, all the dogs next door are going nuts. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Yeah, it'll be okay. Just do it. Just listen. I feel like they're waiting for you. Everything that's supposed to happen and everything that's supposed to do well, or everything. Wow, I feel very disoriented. And I also have a very bad pressure in my head again. And I feel like there's another man stepping forward who had issues with his blood pressure too, because I feel like my head's going to explode. This man, I feel like he wants to be incognito. He's on the taller side. He looks to be thinner, well dressed, creased or pleated pants, but he has he either looks like an accountant or a detective because he's got a long trench coat on, and he's got a fedora or a dressier hat on, and he's looking down. I've never seen anything like this before, so kind of came in out of nowhere, almost on the sly. In the back of my head and my neck, right in here, the base of my skull is burning. That's it. Yep. Thank you for your question. I hope this helps you.
Okay.
That was a little off, a little awkward.
All right. Wow, I'm getting a lot of tingling in my face all of a sudden. Interesting. Let's see. This is. It does not want to let me get to this message. I don't know why, but I've been trying to click on this thing for like 5 minutes.
Where's it coming? Where's the message coming from?
It's coming from Facebook.
I don't know what platform you're looking at.
Yeah. From Tracy, question for you, Christy, is I have a boyfriend of 6 years. Am I in the right spot with him? Because I'm fearful of many things. Also, his dad passed a week ago, and I'm wondering what he thought of me. And I believe that it was reiterated down below here somewhere that she was concerned. Yep. She's, I'll go back up to the other one. Wonder what my boyfriend's dad thought of me.
Hey, Tracy.
So I'm going to leave this one up. It's a little smaller. Or do you want the original question?
I want the original question, please. I feel like I want to pass out. I feel like he had issues with blood pressure. I don't feel like he took very good care of himself or did what the things he should have done to take better care of himself. He seems to be a bit of a shorter for a man. Bit of a smaller stature. Looks like he has glasses. Neat haircut parted to the side. I feel like his appearance is very misleading. I feel like it almost contradicts and contrasts his personality or what he could truly be capable of. Who he truly was. I feel like I feel like this gentleman, your boyfriend's dad, was a bit standoffish with you, but it's not because he didn't like you. It's because he cared about you. And no, I do not think that you are in the right spot with your boyfriend. And I feel like your father-in-law agrees with that. And I do feel like this message is coming from him. He's not saying that because he doesn't love his son. It's because he truly feels that that's what's best. I feel like you just don't want to start over. I feel like you're kind of at an impasse. You're going to have to take a step back. You're going to have to take a look at your life. You're going to have to either decide, I'm going to work on this and I'm going to figure out what makes me happy and what doesn't, which you already know what doesn't make you happy. You're going to have to decide what you can live with and what you can't live with. And then you're going to have to decide what to do with it. You also need to talk to him about how you feel. Your father-in-law is saying, just lay it on the line. Lay it on the line for him. Just put it out there. It is what it is. Your father-in-law says, at the end of the day, you've got to be true to you. He actually says he loves you like a daughter. And that's it. So thank you so much for your question, honey. Best of luck with everything.
All right. Let's hope this one's not too close. Oh, okay.
What?
I could hear the crack of the thunder starting. So
I'm jealous. I hope we get another one here.
Yeah. Well, my face tingled. I got a message from my mother, so that's an interesting one. So I told her to put her little thing up there. It'll be interesting.
Really? All right, way to go, Michelle.
Yeah. So, Christy, any messages for my friend Patty?
Hi, Sharon. So when I see her name, I see a ball of yarn. Excuse me. And that could be something you can connect with literally. But when spirit shows that to me, symbolically, what it means for me is they're trying to tell me or explain to me a little bit about their personality. So a ball of yarn usually represents like a crafty person, somebody who, thought outside the box or, was hands-on and, did things like that. Creative, that kind of thing. I feel like she's tired. I am hearing Cancer. She's telling you to stop worrying so much. You're such a worry wart. Cut it out. For some reason, it's really just, I feel like I asked her why she really wasn't talking. She says, because you don't want to hear what I have to say here. So I'm not quite sure what's going on or what she means by that. She says, but I love you and I miss you. She says, you were a good friend. You were always there when she needed you. She knew she could count on you. She's saying son. I feel like she left a son behind. And she says grateful. And that usually means she's grateful for what you did for him, being there for him, helping with him, things like that. So thank you for your question. Best of luck with everything.
Okay. Let me find Anita's question here again. Actually, we'll go with this one right now, and then we'll come back to Michelle. So, again, folks, if you get a chance, if you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Where's My Sage? We're trying to get a permanent Where's My Sage URL and not the gobbledygook, so it's easier to find us. That way you can find us when we're out doing our adventures, when we're out doing investigations, ghost hunts, Bigfooting, or other paranormal or cryptid investigations. So Lorna has, I really need some intervention from one of my spirits to know what to do. I didn't see another question with that. Follow up. I'm going to keep looking down here and see if there was a follow-up. See a follow-up here.
Okay.
I said I don't see a follow-up on there.
Oh, and then you made a noise.
I always make noises.
No argument there. Okay, so I feel like I'm shut down. I do feel like this is more of a personal matter. I don't like how I feel. I don't like the feeling I get when they bring your home life to my attention. Somebody just screamed at you to get out. Get out. Do it. Get out. You know better. You know what to do. Get out. And then I see a whole bunch of wildflowers, and wildflowers symbolize happiness and abundance and fulfillment, new beginnings. So what they're telling you is you do have a bright future. You have things ahead of you. But you've got to change the situation. Your guide says to me, you keep putting it off. You can't put it off. You're not happy. Start new. That's what I'm hearing. Start new. Okay, so best of luck, honey. Thank you for your question. Yes, it will be hard. Yes, it will be tricky, but you still have to do it. Okay.
Okay, there we go. All right. Okay. So when I got that tingling, when I got that tingling in the face, the dog bells in her house started to go off with her dog sitting next to me. What do you think? Sounds like something else we dealt with this week with jumping candy.
Are dealing with this. You mean are dealing with? Are still dealing with? Yes. Yeah. Say your piece. Now's your time. Get it off your chest. Do it. Let them have it. Yep. Your guides are all around you. It'll be okay. You will be very well protected. Don't let your guilt get in the way. Just do it. Just handle it. This is your chance to heal and move forward. He can't and will not do anything to push back. And I'm also hearing he hated your frogs. He thought they were silly and ridiculous. So he knew it would get your attention. Say what you got to say, do what you got to do. This is about you. Believe it or not, it's about healing. It's not about giving you a hard time. Finally. So take advantage of it. Yeah. And if you have any questions, you know where to find me.
Okay, next one is going to be from Anita. And she had sent us a couple of messages here, and I do appreciate her prayers. So that's how I kind of lost her message, I think. Any message for Chance? She's had a lot of activity in her house.
Yes, you have.
I'm feeling that one right in my forehead.
Yeah, I'm feeling it in my chest. You need to pay attention to something. Something's going on right underneath your nose. You've gotta open your eyes and pay attention. You've got a gut feeling. It's kind of like, well, hello.
For talking to me, I'm like, hey.
So, I feel like you've got a mother figure, like your mom, or somebody who was like a mother to you that keeps walking around your house, kind of stirring things up. Your gut has also been whatever your gut is telling you, but you can't put your finger on. You've got to pay attention, and I know you don't want to, and I know it's something you don't want to have to think is really happening with the people it's happening with, but you've really got to pay attention. You keep dismissing your gut feelings or those moments that you have as, you know, I'm crazy, or oh, that's nothing, or chalking it up to something. No, there's more to it. You've got to pay attention. And I feel like it has to do with the younger, older male in your house. Pay attention. That's all they'll let me tell you. So, yeah, so thank you for your question, honey. Best of luck.
Okay. Get a little validation on that last one. Thank you for considering doing this. Okay.
Thank you for joining in.
Yep. Well, folks, it's the last time I'm going to post this one here for today, but we got a little contest going, thanks to Christy. If you share our show, we're going to kind of play it by ear on how long we're going to go today. So if you share this stream right now and let us know you shared it, we're going to be putting your name in a hat, and we've got a few names, so it looks like you're going to be down to doing 2 sets of private readings there. So that's awesome.
How many are we up to?
We've got quite a few. I'm still trying to catch everybody and make sure I'm not missing any messages. Thank you from Anita. And again, folks, I'm pulling from a couple of different formats. So if I miss you, it's just because I'm trying to come back to you. So next one was Berta, and there we go. And I think Denise was after that. Roberta was wondering if she was on the right track.
Yes, you are. It almost feels like you're in a race, doesn't it? I'm seeing a racetrack. It's almost like a race to the finish right now. You won't be able to maintain that momentum forever. So start figuring out how you can pace yourself and still get done and accomplish the things that you are. I feel like you were catapulted, and that's because that's how you were going to respond and rise to the occasion, but it can't continue. You can't maintain it. It's too much. So try to take a step back, try to evaluate, decide what is most important to you first. What's most important, I have to emphasize, to you, not everybody else. Don't put everybody else first. Put yourself first, because that's where you're going to be most effective and be able to put your time and love and energy and attention into the things you decide are going to be important for you to do. And that is the key right there, what they just said to you. And these are your spirit guides talking to you. Okay. You're getting a lot of kudos from the right side. You're doing a really good job, and you've made some positive changes. And I feel like your diet is one of them. It's a learning process. Remember that. There's no easy answer. There's no right or wrong answer because this journey is individual for all of us. So be patient with yourself, be kind to yourself, love yourself, but be honest with yourself. Okay. So thank you for your question. Best of luck with that.
Awesome. Okay, and again, folks, I appreciate everybody sharing. And again, this is a special show we're doing today. Because of our great fans, we were able to be accepted on the iTunes, and we hit our 500 mark on Facebook, and we're going to shoot for 1,000, of course, and many more because we've got some great shows coming up soon.
Yeah.
Christy will be doing another reading show on Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The following week, correct? Will Krista Cesare, and
Yes.
we've got Tara Scabella from Naked and Afraid. She's also an energy healer. She will be coming up and talking about Tantra healing and survival and outdoors. Me and the boys are taking over the show for one night to do a cryptid thing. The guys that have kind of been my mentors. And then we'll be back boss again. And we're going to be doing a first responder military show with Chuck.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Who's a retired police officer and military guy, and he actually approached me a couple of years ago. He's got a radio show out of South Carolina that's Salute to Service, so it's going to be interesting. And then we've got a couple others coming along, Tim Shaw, and Dave Spinks, both well-rounded paranormal guys. So let me get into our next reading here. And yep, it's raining.
Is it? It's getting dark over here in my neck of the woods too. So
yeah. This is for Tammy's husband, and I'm still trying to find Denise's. I know it's right in front of me. I just don't know where it went. And every time I bring it up, I keep getting a bunk in the forehead here. So from Tammy, her husband's watching. We don't put your husband's name in there. Maybe we can help out a little bit. Any messages for his family members, you know? And dump that other banner.
He needs to try to curb his temper at work. Yeah, he needs to try to curb his temper at work. I know it's frustrating. I know he doesn't like the changes. I think his boss is a weasel. He's got to learn to. I can feel the pressure in my head build up. My face was getting hot. If he is not okay or no longer happy where he is or what he's doing, his guides are giving the go ahead to look into switching jobs or going in, somewhere else and getting a new job. That would be okay too, because they are saying to me that it's understandable. It's understandable. He's not wrong for feeling the way that he does, but he can't keep allowing himself to be affected the way he is and get so upset and so frustrated about the situation either. Yeah. So thank you for your question. Good luck with that.
Okay, I feel better. I found Denise's because it was just kept pulling at me. So let's see. My mother-in-law gave up a baby November 15th, 1955. His name was Randy. Can you see him? And I guess I'll toggle back and forth between. So.
Hi, Denise. I feel like it was a closed adoption. The biggest feeling I get was that we didn't want him to be found. We didn't want, this was not supposed to be easy. I keep going back and forth too as to whether or not he's passed away. I feel like there's a question as to whether or not he has passed or not. But I don't think that anybody's supposed to know anything about him because everything's shut right down. I feel like the circumstances are personal going back, and I feel like that was not a good situation to begin with. So I'm being told by the right side that it's best left unsaid, at least for now. Yeah. So thank you for your question.
Maybe that's why
I
it was
wish I
so
could
hard
offer
to
you
find.
more.
I kept trying to find that,
You know what?
and had it written
That's
down
the
and
one
everything
you.
else, you know?
That was the one.
Yeah, I just most of you guys that watch, I keep a separate screen going, big old 32-inch monitor. That's I keep the count is when your messages come in, because we go in from a couple different pages.
Mm-hmm.
And being part of the radio channel now and everything in YouTube, I try to make sure we get that message. But it was really kind of caught me kind of off guard that I could not find that message. So we're going to go to about 4:30. So I can get out and play with the dogs a little bit here. The next one's from
In the mud.
I think they got washed off. So
Ooh.
they're doing great behind me. I got to give them that.
Yeah, they are. Don't. Shh. What's wrong with you? Don't jinx yourself.
It's okay. From Lisa, hey guys, will I get that job?
Hi, Lisa. I feel like you want it so bad, but I don't feel like you should get it. I feel like there's a lot that you don't know about it. I think that whoever's going to get this position is going to kind of have a rude awakening when they find out how big those shoes are they're going to have to fill. It's not, your spirit guides are saying it is not as glamorous and is good or as much of a big deal as people think it is. And then I hear the money goes like this. Like I don't even feel like it's a good enough pay raise, if much at all. They're saying to wait for something better. So, gosh, I feel like you're definitely in the running, and there's a good possibility you may get it, but I don't feel like you'll want it. I feel like they're telling you this so you can think about it if it's offered to you, because I'm being told something better is going to come along. If you take the job, it's not necessarily going to hurt you but it's not that big of a step forward for you. There's something else that's going to come along that's going to be much more worth your time, and and they're saying catapult you in the right direction. Yeah. So okay, that's it. They stopped talking. I wasn't sure if they were going to keep going or not. So, best of luck with that, honey. Thank you for your question.
Yes, Marilyn, I'm definitely going to jinx myself, but that's who I am. So, let's see. Next one here.
Mike's a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, I am. From Peggy, Christy, and Mike. Is there any message for me? Thank you.
Hi, Peggy. Um, hmm. The first thing I heard was, "Girl, what are you doing?" And then I see a child's bouncy ball. Um, I just feel completely shut down. You're not listening to something. I feel like there's a situation that can't move forward because you're not listening. You're not hearing what the person or open enough to what the situation is offering to truly get it. That's the best I can interpret how I feel because I completely went blank. And it was almost like a quiet defiance in a way. Um, and the more that, oh, here comes the rain. The more I talk about this and I verbalize what I'm feeling, the more I don't feel like this is necessarily you. I think this is someone close to you, friends, family, coworkers, somebody like that, somebody that you know. Um, so my second computer just did something all its own, and the screen just went totally blank, and it was on Facebook. So, um,
Yeah, somebody else
that
is
was,
having some issues with the bells still.
say that again.
I said somebody's still having some issues with the bells. They just got the message. So, yeah, we're going to have to address that situation later.
Um, but I think this is for you, Peggy. I feel like it's a blank screen or a blank slate. Page unresponsive. You can. Okay, I don't know what's going on with that. But I think this has to do with you or whoever we're talking about who needs this message. Oh my gosh, this just went totally haywire on me. Okay. Yeah. So I have a feeling that had to do with you. Because I had to, even the icons on my screen are like the one I need's even gone. This is weird. Okay, so so hopefully you can relate to that because I really feel like it does have to do with you. I'm hearing from the spirit guides, can't be so cold-hearted. can't be so cold and shut down. Not everything is black and white. Okay, so hopefully that helps you. Thank you very much for your question, Peggy. I wish you the best of luck. That's really freaky weird. Let me see.
Okay. We did Peggy. Did I get everybody? This would be a new miracle if we got everybody.
Okay, well, I was able to get it back.
Wow.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, did we actually answer all the questions today?
We answered all. Look, I'm looking. You did Lauren's while I was outside, right? It was way back up here, though.
Probably.
Yeah.
You know, I don't remember things like that. That's why I have a notebook.
But now I can't. Oh, it's gone
You mean
now.
Lorna?
Lauren. This one here.
I have a Lorna. Nope.
All right. That's the only one. Sorry, didn't mean to yell in everybody's ear here. So any messages for me? Thank you from Lauren.
Hi, Lauren. I'm picking up on jelly, like peanut butter jelly with you. Grape jelly. Okay, so I feel like, and I'm seeing it in a mason jar like it was homemade. And I feel like I have a grandmother coming forward for you. I feel like your grandfather's here too, but I feel like your grandmother definitely is taking the lead on this one. So I can't really. This woman had really light or really white hair. I'm going to put her around 70s or early 70s. Very nice though. Her hair's done, her makeup's a bit done, just nice. Takes care of herself. She has a very nice smile, but I feel like she has a diastema, or it's a space in between her front teeth. Because every time she smiles at me, that's what I see. And she's saying to me, horrible. It was horrible, horrible. And I feel like she's talking about her passing. But I also feel like you were young when she passed. I feel like you're a mom, and I keep seeing a little girl around you too. I keep hearing you're a good mom, you're a good mom. You're a good mom. I feel like you're home a lot too. That you've put extra time and extra energy and effort into the things that you're doing. Like you're really trying, you're really making the most of being around and being home. And being around, I want to say the kids. That's how I want to say that. Yeah. Keep up the good work. But know that your grandparents, especially your grandmother, is always around you. For sure. She always keeps an eye on the family, especially the little kids, the little ones. Yeah. So thank you for your question, honey. Best of luck.
Okay. Welcome, Delaney, for joining us. Peggy said she'll see you soon. And thank you, the spirits, for messing with your computer. It was
They
that,
just did it again.
love listening. Yeah.
What?
Time to change some passwords. Multiple shares. I was trying to put up the schedule, but I didn't see it in that folder. So, well, we got to the end. We appreciate everybody being on with us. We appreciate the shares. I definitely have a good list here, and I'm going to go back and double check it against everything.
Awesome.
And then Tuesday night on the show, we'll announce the winners. That way it gives me a
Sounds
day or
good.
two to get everything spun around and get in a hat, send Christy the list, and we'll have somebody draw the names. Keep yourself grounded in this time, and it's a tough time, but we're coming out of the edge of it. Look for the positives, and if you got anything else to say there, bud, and if not, we're gonna shut it down for the day, and see us Tuesday for another set of readings. And
yes, it was a pleasure. Thank you very much for allowing me to connect with your loved ones and answer your questions. That's always a privilege and an honor for me to be able to do that. And we truly appreciate all of the love and support that you all continue to show us, especially our loyal followers. Never thought I'd say that we had that. That's amazing, and each of us as individuals too, with our businesses, we're very blessed and we're very lucky, and to come together and just be able to have this wonderful thing, just who would have thought, and just very grateful. And so just continue to take care of each other, and, just look out for each other, and be patient with each other, but be patient and kind to yourselves as well. I think that was a huge message today. And there's usually a lot of themes, even if you guys don't realize it, there's a lot of similarities and themes with spirit and themes with the people that I'm delivering messages to. And that was a big one today, just being kind and moving forward, and doing the things in life that we need to do for ourselves, not always just for others. But this is a time to remember that we're supposed to be there for each other too. So I think that's it for me today. This was great, very, very fulfilling. So thank you. We love you all. And yes, we're very excited. I can't wait to see who is going to win this contest.
Yep. If we hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, we'll rock out another show next week.
Absolutely.
So maybe 3 readings in a row. I might have to do something for my partner, since I'm just clicking buttons over here. So with that,
so good.
Thank you all. I'm going to close out the show.
Yeah. All so everybody stay safe.
Sample on.
Love you.
Bye.